This demonstration we're going to look at installing the View Agent in desktops. Now what the View Agent allows us to do is via our connection server, will allow our users via their VMware View Client to connect through to their virtual desktop. And what I'm going to do here, first off, is just within my virtual center server, I'm actually going to create a little resource pool that I'm going to use for the View desktops. So all we'll do is we'll just come to our server, right click, we'll just create a new resource pool, and in the case of this resource pool, I'm just going to call it desktops. Now I'm not going to modify anything, but in the real world I would be modifying all of these CPU resources and memory resources in order to allow our virtual desktops to run efficiently on our ESXi host. So I'll just go with the defaults and I'll just click OK at this point here. The next thing I need to do now is actually just prepare my Windows XP desktop. So my Windows XP desktop is the DT1 ESXi 08 virtual machine here, and what I'll do here is I'll just RDP onto it, and what we'll do from that point onwards is we'll just actually install the VMware View Agent after we've prepared the virtual machine. Right, so what I've done here is I've just opened the console up to this virtual machine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add this machine first off to my Active Directory domain. So we'll just come in here, right click on my computer, go to my properties. Then what I'm going to do here is just on computer name, just make sure that the name is correct. It is DT1-ESXi08. We'll just change this and we're going to join it to our Active Directory domain, which in my case is qavdc.com. What we'll now do, just click the OK button. We now need to just put in a valid username and password to allow us to add this machine to Active Directory. Yep, so there we go. That's now in, so we'll just click OK. Click OK, and what we need to do here is just give this virtual machine a restart. So we'll do that now. I'll just pause the video while this virtual machine restarts. That's just now restarted. Next thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to come into the registry editor because I want to remove any traces this thing might have potentially been RDP'd onto before in the past. So we'll just come into Reg Edit. And then from within regedit, we're just going to go to HKey local machine. Then from within there, we're just going to go to system. Within system, we'll go to current control set. Then within current control set, we'll go to services. Then within services, we need to go to term serve. So we'll just scroll that down a little bit. So getting down towards there now. So what we should have just down here is we should have next one down here, term serve, and then within here we're going to go to parameters, and what we're looking for here is the certificate parameter. What we're going to do with this is we're going to delete this. So get rid of that, say yes to that, and just close down registry editor. The next thing we need to do now is just install the View Agent. So what I'll do here is I'll just connect through to my file server resource and just copy the View Agent software onto the desktop. So I'll just pause the video whilst I do that. So what I've done is copy the View Agent software onto the desktop, so I'll double click on that. Next thing that we'll do here is we'll just install the software onto this virtual desktop. Right, so what we'll do here, click Next, read through the patent agreement, select Next. Then what we'll do is we'll just accept the terms for this license agreement after reading the license agreement. And then what we'll do is select Next. What we're going to do here is we're just going to install the majority of the options. So install the USB redirection, the View Compose agent, the virtual printing, the PC over IP server for the PC over IP protocol, and we'll also install the View Persona Management, which can be used, think of them like roaming profiles. So if a user logs into a floating desktop, desktop gets returned back to the pool. The next time the user logs on, they may get a completely different desktop, but at least their profile will have followed them. So select Next at this point here. We'll then just select Install, and then what we'll do is we'll just leave this going. I'll pause the video and return back once the installation is complete. So one of the things we get here is we get this VMware View Virtual USB Hub also gets installed as well. So this is used to allow pass-through to USB devices. Right, installation's complete, so we'll just select the finish button. What it's asking us to do now, it's just asking us to do a restart. I'm actually going to say no at this point here. And what I'm going to do here is just configure the remote desktop protocol as well. So we'll just right click on my computer, come down to properties, and what we'll do here then is just click on the remote tab. We'll ensure that allow users to connect remotely is selected. We'll select the remote users, and what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to add from Active Directory, I'm just going to add in our View Remote Desktop Users group. So we'll just select qavdc.com. And what I'll do here, just for the object types, I'll just ensure that I also select groups, deselect users, and click OK. And we'll just type in View. Check the names at this point, and we'll go with the View Remote Desktop Users. Click OK. Click OK. Click OK again, and we'll select OK again. So now that that's done, all we need to do is just restart the virtual machine. So I'll restart the virtual machine and return back once the virtual machine has restarted. Now the virtual machine's restarted. Now just to check and make sure we can actually connect with this virtual machine, we'll just come to remote desktop connection, sitting actually on my virtual center server here. And what I'll do here is I'll just connect through to that virtual machine. So the name of the virtual machine is DT1-ASXi08. And what we'll do is we'll just connect through to that. As long as we get the option here to log in, we know that the RDP session is working. It doesn't prove the View Agent works, but it does prove that the virtual machine is contactable across the network. And that's the end of this demonstration of installing the View Agent desktop. Thank you.